Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Now, next, double honors to apostles, elders, bishops, the great millstone that rule well. Salutation to the hopeful elect in the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth in sincerity and in meekness. Alright, this is the brother Iwab from GMS Guyana, coming to you with another edifying lesson, which is to edify you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, which are Israelites according to the scriptures. All right, and this lesson, all right, is based on basically, you know, there is a World War III. All right, it's entitled "There Is a World War III." All right, and there's a lot of people who believe that there's not going to be a World War III, while some, you know, they believe that there is going to be a World War III. All right, and guess what? There is going to be a World War III. All right, for those who don't believe that there's going to be a World War III, all right, they're going to be caught, unguarded, unprotected. All right, because the scriptures even talk about the World War III. All right, and it says so in the book of Revelation, chapter 11. All right, and verse 14, it says, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." All right, woe means what? Destruction. And it says the second destruction is past. All right, which go back to the World War II, the Second World War. Right, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, the third destruction, which is World War III. All right, the Third World War. All right, and the scripture even talk about it, and it has to what? Be manifested. All right, because right now we are seeing everything coming to pass according to what is written in the scriptures. All right, that's how we know that this Bible, all right, has 100% truth. All right, as long as you understand it, all right, you would know what's going on. All right, and yeah, this scripture is 100%, accurate. All right, as long as you have the understanding of it. All right, which understanding coming from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, yeah. So there is gonna be a third world war. All right, and that's why the scripture said there's not gonna be none like it, because even the first world war, all right, it happened, it gone. All right, but this third world war, the second world war, same thing, it happened, it gone. But this third world war, all right, is more advanced. All right, it is a more advanced war, because right now, all right, in this world war, all right, people is going to use AI, all right, artificial intelligence, to what? To to um to fight this war also. All right, they're also going to use men, all right, soldiers, all right, military ops, but there is going they are going to use you know robots, all right, programmed by AI, all right, to fight this war. All right, why you feel these tech companies, all right, they're trying to build robots, all right, to combat, all right, to use weapon, all right, and to do certain things, all right, use with the use of AI, all right, because these tech companies are trying to get what a deal, all right, a major deal with these different military, forces in these different, countries or kingdoms, you would say, according to the scriptures, would use kingdoms. All right, but these different countries, all right, the tech company are trying to, sign a deal with the military, all right, to introduce these robots, all right, programmed by with AI, all right, because even last night I was watching a movie. It's called oh shit, Enemies of Man. No, not Enemies of Man. Something of Man, but basically they was using AI robots, all right, to which was programmed, all right, and was controlled by some we call it tech genius, all right, and basically they was using them to go and wipe out a whole village, all right. They was putting the robot, all right, to work, all right, to sign a big deal with a military, all right. And it happened so that one of the AI robots, the module that was programmed into his what to say, into the robot, all right. The module was in the form of a chip, all right, and it was used to program these robots to do whatsoever, you know the tech geniuses give them to do, or tell them, or commanded them, all right. But the module end up, one of the robot end up crash landed, and the module entered into a hand of a child, all right. And after that, the robot, it became what, it became even more smarter than how they programmed the robot to be, all right. Because it 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 saw these children that found it, all right. And it started, wondering. The children asked the robot questions like, who are you, what are you, all right. And it started feeding on these information, trying to know what about itself, all right. But for those who you know are listening to this video, you could pull up this movie and take a look at it yourself, all right, and get a better understanding of it, all right. Because it's a nice movie, and it shows you what's going to be happening in in the future to come, all right. Because this is what exactly Esau Edom, is doing with these robots, all right. Even these other nations that have robots, like China, you know these other nations, the Persians, all right, they have robots also. But these are the things that they're going to use these robots to do, all right, to fight war, basically, all right. So this Third World War is going to be so epic, all right, because it even involves robots, all right, with the use of AI, all right. So that's for sure you, all right. This third war, all right, there's gonna be none like it, all right, because the second war then use AI, all right. The First World War didn't use AI, but the Third World War has the use of AI, all right, and robots, all right. They even have these military robot dogs that they set up, all right. That's why you see the scripture say in the Third World War also, all right, America is going to be destroyed. All right, America is going to be completely destroyed. All right, because and that's why you find these missiles, all right, that they're building right now, all right, are more advanced missiles than the missiles they used back in World War II. All right, these missiles that they're going to use in World War III is highly advanced because these missiles will even, you know, wipe away even these robots. All right. Let me get the book of Zephaniah. All right, to show you what the third war what is gonna be like. The Third World War. All right, this is Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 14. It says, "The great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly." All right, because it's not going to be easy. It says, that day is a day of wrath. All right, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. All right, because in the brink of World War III, all right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right, gonna make the presence, all right, with these chariots, all right, because when these missiles hit also, all right, there's gonna be what, a thick mushroom cloud that is gonna go up and take off the sky, all right, and the day of the Lord, all right, when he makes his appearance in World War III, remember he's gonna come to what? To beam up his elect in them chariots. All right, and they're gonna see the destruction of Babylon. All right, when these missiles hit in Babylon, so the day of the Third World War is gonna be what? Gloominess. All right, gloominess because of these missiles when they hit the thick smoke, the thick cloud that they leave. All right, it's gonna be what? Gloomy. It's gonna be what? Like a thick fog that you can't see anything. Smoke, there's smoke. All right, thick darkness because why? This smoke gonna go up and block out the sun. And it happen in the day, the sun is gonna be blocked out. In the night, what? The moon light, you can't get no light. So the place is gonna be in total darkness, especially America. All right, America, which is gonna feel the impact of their missiles. All right, the whole earth is gonna feel it, but America is who's gonna, be destroyed utterly. It says a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. All right, so there's gonna be a lot of what? Deletion. All right, blood everywhere. All right, you just vision that in your mind. All right, bodies dropping like flies. All right, it says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, and he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. All right. So even the silver and the gold cannot save them back when it comes to the Lord's, destruction. All right. But this just read this to show you that hey, there's a third war. All right, and this third world war, all right, is gonna be what a time of what missiles. All right, it even tell you in the book of Joel. All right, the book of Joel, Joel chapter. Let's see, Joel chapter 2 and verse 2. It says, a day of darkness. Joel chapter 2 verse 2. It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. All right. You see, it says it again, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There had not been even the like. All right. There had not been even the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. All right. And that clearly shows you that this third world war, all right, after this third world war, there's not going to be any more like it. All right. And there wasn't any World War II or World War One wasn't nothing close to this World War III that you're going to witness. All right. Because as I tell you, or as I told you, that World War III is going to be more advanced or more epic. All right. Because of what? The use of AI and these robotic, you know, these robots that they're going to use to fight wars. All right, that's why you're going to find, as the scripture says in 2nd Ezra, a lot of these women, they're going to left without bridegrooms. All right, let me just get it. Let me just get it. 2nd Ezra, I think it's 16. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Let me see. Let me word search it. Bridegrooms. Bridegroom. October. Bridegroom. Shit. Let me see. It's right here. And the women shall live without husbands. Bear with me. Um. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Verse Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 34. All right, start from verse 33. It says, "The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine." All right, and that clearly shows in the World War III. All right, a lot of men is going to die. All right, a lot of men is going to be deleted. All right, all these men that is going to fight the World War III. All right, they're going to be what? Deleted. All right, and the virgins shall mourn, the women shall mourn, because why? And because the husband or the the husband died. All right, and you know, in these wars. So basically, you know, there's gonna be none like this world war. All right, and you know, these robots, all right, is gonna destroy a lot of men. All right, because when these men step out in the battlefield thinking that they're gonna fight against what? Men, you know, you're fighting against machines. All right, you're fighting against machines, robots. All right, and these robots, you know, when they shoot, all right, they are accurate. All right, so this world war is not gonna be, you know, like World War II and World War One. All right, where men fight against men. All right, men are going to fight against robots also. All right, so a lot of men is going to be deleted fighting this World War III. All right, and even these missiles, these nuclear missiles, all right, they're going to be also involved in this World War III. All right, so that's why the scriptures say, reading back Joel 2 and verse 2, it says, "A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there had not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations." All right, because after World War III, when Yahushua makes his presence, all right, and you know, put these heathens into captivity, all right, there's not going to be any more world wars, all right? There's not going to be any more robots and these things, all right? Because why? We don't have need in the kingdom for robots, all right? When there's going to be what? These other nations, all right, is going to what? Be our what? Slaves, all right? So we're not gonna have any use for robots. These things gonna be what? Destroyed. Alright? And there won't be any more wars, because why? In the kingdom, men, they're gonna be what? Men gonna be given what? True power. Alright? Men gonna have true power, the elect man. Alright? These other nations gonna see and fear our power that is gonna be given unto us. You know, hopefully we be part of the elect. All right, men's gonna stand and fear our power, because why? We're gonna be gods. All right, it's not gonna be what gods of Egypt, as y'all like to watch, or what is in the movie Gods of Egypt. It's not gonna be gods of Egypt. It's gonna be gods of Yasharallah. All right. So this whole chapter, all right, explains what World War III is gonna be like. All right. It it tells you about the missiles. All right. How they're gonna operate. All right. How they're gonna operate. So, you know, I have to, cut this lesson a little short, all right, because of the plantation, so hopefully this lesson was edifying, all right. Until next time, I say shalom.